Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the continuation of Unit 5, which is Data and Society. Today, we're going to talk about Lesson 11, Structuring Data. What does structuring data mean? How does that affect what we input into the computer? Today, in this lesson, you're going to go further into the collection and interpretation of data, including cleaning and visualizing data. You're going to first look at how presenting data in different ways can help people understand it better, and then they can create visualizations of their own. Using the results of a preferred pizza topping survey, you're going to first decide what to do with data that doesn't easily fit into the visualization scheme that you have chosen. In other words, cleaning it up. Okay, for the overview, first of all, let's talk about the objectives. Identify and remove irrelevant data from a data set, create a bar chart based on the set of data, and explain why a set of data must be cleaned before a computer can use it. All right, so let's go right into our lesson 11. First of all, you need to be on lesson 11. Plus, you also need to have the activity guide. So make sure you ask your instructor for the activity guide. Activity guide looks like this. Okay, that's all it is one page, and it deals with the pizza survey. Okay, so make sure you do have that on hand. Okay, first of all, the overview. This lesson goes further into the interpretation of data, including how to clean and visualize raw data sets. The class first looks at how presenting data in different ways can help people to understand it better. After seeing how cleaning and visualization can help people make better decisions, students look at which parts of the process can be automated and which part need human control or human cleaning. All right? So the first thing we're going to do is look at the activity guide. Okay, in our activity guide, let's go ahead and go over to the activity guide. We have a pizza party. Okay, in this pizza party, we have a pizza problem or a party problem. The local pizza parlor has donated a giant one-topping pizza to an 8th grade class for their annual pizza party, and they have to decide what type of topping they would like to order. Their choices are pepperoni, sausage, barbecue chicken, green peppers, mushrooms, pineapple, and extra cheese. Okay, so we're going to chart the data. So I'm going to give you a few minutes to go ahead and chart the data. Charting the data, use the data to make a bar chart that shows how many votes each topping gets. Okay, so just start down your list. And for instance, the first one's pepperoni. So we go into pepperoni and I would go ahead and just put an X there. If that'll let me put an X, but it's not. So there's my X. Okay, so whatever you can do on yours to mark it. So go ahead and go down your list, take a look at your list. Now, if I'm absent, we don't have to put anything down because that person's not going to be there. But if there's something on the list, we'll have to talk about that isn't on our choices. What are you going to do? Are you going to eliminate it? Are you going to put something else down for that person? We'll talk about that when you get done. So go ahead and spend the time, the next few minutes, go ahead and chart your pizza data, okay? Okay, welcome back. So when you finish your activity guide, this is what it should look like. Somewhat like this, okay? So our bar charts are listed, and if we look at the bar chart, we can kind of draw some conclusions based on that. Pepperoni was the most popular, followed by barbecue chicken and cheese tying. So we would go and kind of draw our conclusions based on that pepperoni would probably be the safest bet. Hardest to categorize. Sometimes it's hard to figure out what to do with some of our data. Okay, let's go back here. I don't want to show you the answers to those. Activity guide right there. Okay, so let's look at that first, and let's see. Sometimes it's hard to figure out what to do in some data. Choose the 2 votes that were hard to pull into the chart. For each vote, explain what made it hard and what you finally did with the answer. Okay, which one were the hardest? Which one were the hardest toppings or the hardest results from your survey to do something with? So go ahead and spend a couple minutes, write those in, and we'll come back. Okay, so which one did you have? I just happen to have a couple examples of what were hard and what the answer key was. No meat, please. It was hard because it didn't know whether to make it cheese or vegetarian or vegetable pizza. Okay, I decided to ignore it. That's fine. You can do whatever you want with it. You can ignore it. You can also possibly put something in with no meat. You could have made it a cheese pizza. It's up to you on how you do that survey, how you handle your data. Okay, the other one, peppers. Peppers. It was hard because it probably means green peppers, but maybe not. I decided to make it green peppers, which was a good decision. Make it green peppers. And that way you don't have to draw a conclusion based on that. We know it's peppers, it's green peppers. That's usually what you see on pizza. So good choice on that one. All right, so now let's go back to the code.org and we'll start on our bubbles, okay? So let's go into the second bubble, bubble number 2. And bubble number 2 says, we're going to take a look at this little survey here. Best class pet. How are 3 different ways, or here are, here are 3 different ways to show the result of a vote for best class pet. I am awake, guys. I really am. I'm just kind of trying to read it fast here. Okay, so which one of these surveys would you use for finding your best class pet? The first one gives you an example of all of the choices that were given. Is there any breakdown of it? Not really. Okay, the second one gives you kind of a bar chart, and it gives you the bar with the highest amount of results, which is kind of good. You can get a good look at that and you can draw some good conclusions. The last one is the actual chart of the count. Rabbit 7 votes, hamster 5 votes, fish 4 votes, and lizard 5 votes. So if you look at that, I mean, that's pretty straightforward. Which one makes it easy for a human to make a decision about which pet is the most popular? Probably the third one. There it is in numbers, 7, 5, 4, 5. So we'd probably go with that one. Which one makes it easiest for a computer to make a decision? Probably the first one, because the first one has taken the data from each person and then it's going to do something with it depending on how you program it. So that's probably for the first, or it would be the first one for the computer. Okay, let's continue on to the next one. Okay, so for the next one, the pizza party. The pizza party data has been put into an app for you, and the answers from another class have been added. Because this is an app, we can automate the creation of the bar chart from the given data. So I want you to do this. Click Run to show the list of answers in the classes given. Okay, so we'll click and run. There's our answers, okay? Discuss with a partner or discuss with yourself or whatever you want to do what you think the chart of the data will look like. Click Show Chart to see the actual chart for yourself. Okay, so there's our data. That's from 2 different classes. Excuse me. Okay, go ahead and show the chart. And there it is. It's in bar graphs, so you kind of get an idea based on which one has the most votes for the, is it 2 or 3 classes? I'll have to go back and check that. The pizza party data has also been put into a spreadsheet for you. If you'd like to use it instead, to use a spreadsheet, you'll need to make your own copy of it. This link will make your own copy of the pizza topping choices data, and you can go ahead and click on those and take a look at those if you would like to do that. All right, so let's move on to bubble number 3. Bubble number 3. A spreadsheet version actually puts it into a something like a it's not so much Word as it is a Excel sheet. So that's what you're going to come up with when you ask for a spreadsheet. It's an Excel sheet. Okay, let's go to the pizza party. When people work with data, they know to leave off answers that make no sense. And some of those answers, such as peppers or Peppers or even green peppers, actually meant the same thing. Computers don't know how to do this, so we have to clean the data before the computer is able to use it. This version of the app has a second column for data to be cleaned. So do this. Click the Run to see the new list of answers to be cleaned. Okay, so we're looking at this. So we click the Run. Okay, there it is. Click on each answer that needs to be cleaned and correct it so that the computer will chart it properly. You may want to delete some of the answers entirely. When you are finished, click Show Chart to see the new chart of cleaned answers. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go up here like this and say pepperoni. That looks pretty good, so we're going to save it. Cheese, we're going to save it. And barbecue chicken, we'll save it. Sausage, we'll save it. Mushrooms, we'll save it. I will be absent. We don't want to do anything there, so we'll just leave it. Barbecue chicken looks good. Pineapple looks good, and so on. So go ahead and finish up that, and I'll come back and see what you came up with. Okay, so once you've finished editing your data, go ahead and push Show Chart at the top, And this is what you should come up with, something like this. Some of the things you may have wanted when you edited, cut out some of the words that were involved in it. Made barbecue chicken, definitely a barbecued chicken instead of just chicken. Anything is good. Maybe not put anything in it, or just go ahead and put in cheese. It's kind of up to you when you go and make those decisions, especially doing a survey, something like this, where you have to order something for a lot of people. Do you go ahead and order extra? Do you order not quite enough? For a pizza party, you definitely want to order extra. So, or at least you want to make sure you have enough for everyone. So even if somebody is not going to answer the survey, order them something that everybody likes. Cheese pizza, you can't really go wrong with it. So in a survey type like this, that's kind of what you'd want to do. So the data is written on this, or is printed out on the chart, gives you a kind of a bar chart look at it. And so we actually clean that up, and that is our chart based on our clean data. So that's kind of what this unit's all about, cleaning your data before you can give it to a computer. You must do that. The computer can't read it like you and I can. So that is the conclusion of structuring data. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next lesson. Take care.